PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel. Delighted to be joined by Patrick Mullen, who's been out at the Orium speaking to Neil Critchley. It's a massive weekend and the fight for the top six in the Scottish Premiership. Patrick, what's been the mood at Hearts this afternoon?
Yes, good afternoon, Alison, from a sunny Orium. And you said it just right. It's a massive game for Hearts and Neil Critchley's side as they take on Motherwell tomorrow afternoon. You look at the league table and how tight is it? Hearts there just 1 point above St Mirren and Motherwell. But despite this big pressure in terms of the financial rewards of making it into the top six, Neil Critchley's insisted this afternoon that he is treating this game just like any other.
So it's an exciting game, it's an important game. Our preparation has been the same as it's always been, and we're going there to try and play how we can play the game, like we did last week again, last weekend against Dundee United, in my opinion. And if we can play to a similar level with a little bit extra quality and intelligence in front of the goal, then I'm sure we'll get the result that we need.
Neil Critchley, well, he was in chipper moods this afternoon after announcing the signing this morning of Christian Borchgrevink. He will join from the Norwegian side, Valagera, on a 3-year contract. He is a right back, and he has been tasked with challenging Adam Forrester, who currently has the shirt at the moment. Looking ahead to this weekend's game, the big injury news for Hearts, and that is that James Wilson is out, of course, after that red card he sustained last weekend in the defeat against Dundee United. Gerald Taylor, he will also miss out after that never-ending, it seems, injury news with him. And Neil Critchley confirmed this afternoon that he will not be extending the deal that he has with the player. He will be returning to his parent club come the end of this season. It's a huge game for Hearts as they take on Motherwell this weekend, and who will make the top six of the Scottish Premiership. PLZ Soccer will be there live, keeping you up to date throughout the afternoon.
A huge game at Fir Park, but one of the criticisms that's been levelled at Neil Critchley, perhaps unfairly, if you look at the circumstances of when he arrived at Hearts and just where they were and down at the wrong end of the table, at the foot of the table, is that he's not really had a strong record in big games when it comes to a big game mentality. Is that something that we'll maybe see evidence tomorrow afternoon at Motherwell?
Yeah, Neil Critchley actually mentioned that he's trying to build this big team mentality, a team that, first of all, goes on and plays against the big teams week in, week out. And that's step one of making it into the top six. That'll be 5 fixtures against really tricky opponents. But it's also building that mentality within the players and within the fan base of, we can turn up to these games and we have to be expected to challenge. We can't be turning up to semi-finals, cup finals, Celtic Rangers, and just be happy to put up a good performance. We want to be a Hearts team that contests in these games. That's the caliber of player he's looking to recruit into this squad, and that's what the mindset he's looking to build in this Hearts team.
And obviously no James Wilson for the journey to Fir Park. Just how big a loss is that for Hearts, do you think?
It's a huge loss. He's been a staple in this Hearts team in recent games, and in the last 2 fixtures, they haven't managed to score a goal. Who will replace him? That's really the big question for Neil Critchley. How can he get it right, especially when you're coming up against a Motherwell side who have nothing to lose? They know all 3 points are a must. It's going to be a really open game, and if Hearts can defensively get themselves steady, then they can have a lot of opportunities on the counter-attack and in the final third.
Obviously, Patrick, we have 3 teams all vying for that top 6 place. Who's your money on this weekend?
Oh, Ali, you're really putting me under the spot. I think it will be Motherwell and Hearts will draw at Fir Park, and I think just about Hearts will make it into the top 6. But I think we're going to see a bit of final. Well, it's not even the final day, but a bit of final day before the top 6. A bit of excitement, I'm sure of that.
Absolutely. Well, PLZ will be there at all the games. We'll be keeping you up to date in that fight for the top 6 place. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, download our app, and you'll get all the breaking news at your fingertips. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching.